Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of the Christmas card design I have. And this design here says Merry Christmas, comma, blank, and then exclamation point. So, well, it doesn't say blank, there's a blank here where you can write in a name. But yeah, Merry Christmas, comma, room for a name, and then exclamation point. And this was done using Loren Sherman's script. So let's go ahead and get to this design and show how it says Merry Christmas using this key. So, in this script, you use dots and lines combined with these 4 different letter stems to make our consonants. And vowels are the trickiest part. They're these smaller circles, and they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are and if they're attached on one of these consonant stems. So O's are always on the inside of the word circle, and if they're attached on a stem, they're like a bead on a string. E's are on the line of the word circle, or they're right in the middle of our consonant. So they're hanging out inside the consonant. And A's are always on the outside of the word circle. The only time that A's get funky is if they're in this stem, which they're outside the word circle, but inside that stem. So, I's are like E's, but have a line going inwards, and U is like an E, but with a line going outwards. So, yeah, that's probably more, well, that is way more information than you need, because there's only E's, A's, and U's in this design. Here's an E, here's an I, here's an A. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. So, here's our first word. You start at the bottom and read counterclockwise. So this first word starts here, and this is our first letter. And this letter has 1, 2, 3 lines on it, so it's going to be in this column. And it is a circle, a complete circle, hanging out inside the word circle, so it's going to be in this row. So that would make it an M. So M, and then hanging out inside that M is a little E. So this vowel is hanging out inside that stem like that. It's okay if the line passes through it. Lines count when they pass through. Lines count when they end on things. They do not count when they pass through things. So this is just an E. So M-E. And then we have another double line, 1, 2 lines on this stem. So this is a double letter. And because these lines are the same thickness, it's the same letter twice. So we have 1, 2, 3 dots attached to this double shallow divot. So we're in this row because it's a shallow divot, and we're in this column because it's got 3 dots. So that's a double R. And then we have this last letter here. It's a circle on the line of the word circle, so we're in this row. And then it has 2 dots, so that means it's in this column. So that would be a Y. So Mary is our first word. And then we have this next word here. It's really big, which makes sense because it's a bigger word. And we have a deep divot here. So this starts to curve back in on itself. These point towards the middle more. And if they were flat like this, so this doesn't start pointing back in towards the middle. So it's a 50% completed circle, and the center of the circle is on the line of the word. The center of the circle is inside the word, so that makes it a deep divot, so in this row. So this deep divot has 1, 2 dots attached to it, so even though these 5 dots are all in a chain, these 3 dots are in this word, and these 2 dots are in this word. So 2 dots on a deep divot is a CH. And then we have this shallow divot here with 1, 2, 3 dots. So that is an R, just like this R. And then we have an I with a line going towards the middle. So that is an I, like I said before. So this line is the I line, so RI. And then we have another stacked stem, except these are different thicknesses. So these are the same thickness lines. These are different thickness lines, which means that these 2 stems are different. So we read the thin one first, which has 1, 2, 3 lines attached to it. So that would be an S. And then we have this thick one, which has nothing, so that's a T. So T, S. So S-T is how you would read the order of that. So thin to thick. Thin one has 3 lines and is an S. The T has no lines and is a T. So C-H-R-I-S-T. And then we have the M, 1, 2, 3 lines on it, done almost exactly like this M. And then we have the A hanging out outside the word circle, so like this. And then we have our last letter here. So this is kind of tricky because we follow this line and this ends here. We follow this line, this doesn't end here. It passes through and ends on the name. So this doesn't end here, so it doesn't count. But 1, 2, these 2 thick lines do end on it. Otherwise, we'd see the line pass through here. But we don't see that, so that means it ends on this stem and counts here. 1, 2. And then this third one ends here as well. So there's the 3 on the S in Christmas. So Merry Christmas. And then we continue around, and I'm getting notifications. I'm going to ignore them. this thing here is just structural. It looks like a period. It could be a period on the word circle, but it's stacked with a thick dot, and there's no punctuation mark that is a period with a comma inside it. Though it should be, that should be what a semicolon looks like. But a semicolon looks like, I think, just one dot hanging out inside the word circle. Anyway, I don't really write semicolons in Gallifreyan very much. Anyway, this is just some decoration, just like this is some decoration, so that way this can be the cutout of the card I need to. But anyway, this is the sentence circle, and is where punctuation would go. I'm treating this as a comma, because it is a comma, and it's on the line of the sentence circle. And then here's the blank for the name, which I would write using the same rules here. And then we have 1, 2, 3 dots here on the sentence circle, and those 3 dots would be the exclamation point, because 3 dots on a sentence circle is an exclamation point. And that's written out in the full guide, which you can find on shermansplanet.com. But otherwise, you'll have to just trust me that 3 dots is an exclamation point and 1 dot is a comma. So anyway, 2 dots is a question mark, by the way. So Merry Christmas, comma, name, exclamation point. And that is my Christmas card. I hope this video makes a little bit of sense. I think it's a really cool design, and I'm looking forward to making some cards with it.